Now, you'll probably hear a lot of gurus and experts that say whenever you have the borrowing capacity to buy a property, you should just get into the market. And the best time to get into the market was 6 months ago. The next best time is today. Now, there are some circumstances that I would say you're actually better off to actually wait before you get into the market. You see, I was speaking to a client that was working a part-time retail job earning around $40,000 per year before tax, already has an investment property, and with his income can borrow another 200 grand. Combined with his savings, he can go for a property price at around 300,000 on another investment property. That way he can help build his wealth and portfolio. Then I asked him, well, let's say you go ahead with this kind of price range, what kind of property can you buy, right? So if you want to buy a house in like say, Queensland or Victoria, yes, there are options out there within the price range of 300,000, but you can see here, there's actually not too many choices, or you might have to buy in the regional area or something as old as that one, essentially. Or alternatively, I told him you could buy an apartment, but at the same time, one bedroom apartments, sometimes they can take more than a year to sell. And honestly, you don't want to be stuck with these properties, like struggling to sell for a year, or you'd have to lower the price so much to make it so attractive. So then I presented him with another option to consider changing jobs, and asked him, would you consider doing full-time or even switch jobs to earn a bit more money? Or let's say if he was on a salary of say 80 grand as a total, and in terms of what that does to your borrowing capacity is that it boosts it up to 550,000, and now you're looking at property price options around the 650 mark. Now this guy now has way more options in terms of the suburb choice to buy a house in different states, can even hire a buyer's agent or expert to help him source the right property, or even buy an older property and renovate it for capital growth. And I'd say the trade-off for waiting a couple months to source a better job or salary is worth it to give you more options in buying a good property. Now, I cannot stress how important it is to find that good property to build your wealth, because rather than buying whatever you can, you have now options and strategic plans to be able to decide what you can do with the property and how it can grow in value as well. Now, you don't want to be holding the bag for a shit property that takes 4 or 6 months or even a year to sell. And believe me, I've been there. You'll start feeling anxious about how hard it is to offload a bad investment. And if it's investment property, you can't even rent it out during the advertisement campaign, because who's going to stay in a place that they know they're going to get kicked out of soon? And so you're losing even more money that way as well. So remember, you don't need to rush into the market. Good things takes time, patience, and a lot of research. And if you're unsure of your pathway to reach your financial goals, let me know. I'd be free to chat anytime as well.